Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been a little absent with my posts recently. My goal is to do a little bit better and try to do at least one video per week for you guys. So again, thank you guys for having faith in me and staying and coming back to my channel. The story I have for you guys today is the story of the disappearance of 9-year-old Asha Degree. This story has always stuck with me. Every time I see a picture of her, she is so beautiful and so innocent. Crimes against children has always been a passion of mine. They tend to be the stories that hit me the most and that seem to be the most intriguing and mysterious for me. Our story today takes place on February 13th in 2000. 9-year-old Asha Degree was not her normal happy-go-lucky self. Her girls' basketball team had recently lost the game the night before due to her fouling. She was known as the star player of her team and felt that she had let her team down and had caused the loss. She took this very personal and was very upset. This loss was also reportedly the first loss of the season, so Asha took this really to heart. Although she was upset and in a bad mood after the loss of the game, her mood did seem to lighten up throughout the day, according to her family. She went to her grandmother's, and her grandmother had given her some early Valentine's Day candy, and that seemed to have brightened her spirits. Due to a power outage that happened about 9 o'clock that night, Asha Degree, Asha's mother, sent Asha and her older brother O'Brien to bed early without their normal routine bath. Asha and O'Brien had separate beds, but they slept in the same room together. O'Brien claims the last time he seen her that night, she was wearing a white nightgown with red trim with a teddy bear on it. He claims that sometime throughout the night, he heard her bed creaking and some movement. He didn't think much of it, assuming that Asha was going to the restroom like she normally would in the middle of the night. Around 12:30 a.m. on the 14th of February, Harold Degree, Asha's father, arrived home from work. When he got home in the morning, he checked on the two children, making sure they were both safe and sound in their bed. However, at about 6:30 a.m., when Asha went to wake up the children early for their baths that they had missed the night before, Asha was nowhere to be found. After a quick search of their apartment and realizing that Asha was nowhere to be found still, they called Asha's grandmother, who also lived on Oak Crest Street. That is the same street that Asha's apartment was on. However, Asha's grandmother had not seen or heard from her since the day before. Then the family decided to call 911 to report Asha missing. Once the police arrived and they did a further investigation of the apartment, it was found that some of Asha's belongings were missing from her room. These missing items included a black backpack, a Tweety Bird purse, and some clothing and shoes. After the information went public that Asha had went missing, tons of tips came flooding in immediately. Multiple eyewitnesses claimed that they seen a young girl matching Asha's description walking by herself along Highway 18 in Shelby, North Carolina. These sightings were from anywhere from 3:30 to 4:15 a.m. on the morning of February 14th. However, these eyewitness claims now stated that Asha was wearing a white t-shirt, white jeans, and white tennis shoes. One of the last eyewitness claims, about 4:15 a.m., was an older man who pulled over onto the side of the road to talk to Asha. She immediately became frightened and ran off the side of the road into a tree line off the highway. It's believed that Asha would have known this area on Highway 18 because this would have been the same route that her bus would have taken to and from school. And let it be said also that these eyewitness claims did not come in the morning of the 14th after they happened. It didn't come in until later after Asha was reported missing and people saw the missing report. So these people were seeing this 9-year-old girl on the side of the road in the morning by herself, not calling 911. And besides the gentleman who pulled off to talk to her and she became frightened, nobody really did anything at the time. Don't ask me why. On February 17th, 3 days after Asha went missing, a woman found some child belongings in a shed off her property on Highway 18. This shed was a little over a mile from Asha Degree's apartment. The items that were found included a Mickey Mouse hair bow, a pencil, a marker, and some candy wrappers. It's believed that after Asha ran from the gentleman off the highway into the tree line, she found this shed. After this finding of these small items in the shed, This was the last tip in the case until August 3rd of 2001, when a contractor was digging in a property in Burke County, about 26 miles from Asha's apartment. This contractor came across a garbage bag that was buried. When he opened it up, there was another garbage bag inside, and inside that second garbage bag was a black backpack. This bag had Asha's name and phone number on it, along with a Dr. Seuss book from her school and a New Kids on the Block t-shirt. It is also unclear if it's directly related to Asha's case, but nearby where the trash bag was found, there were animal bones and a men's pair of khaki pants found. No other signs of Asha was found outside the garbage bag or in the area that was directly related to her or her case. After this trash bag lead, the case again went cold until 2016, when the FBI released the information that Asha may have been seen getting into a 1970s Lincoln Continental or a Ford Thunderbird. This vehicle was stated to have noticeable rust around the wheels. Just making sure you guys are still paying attention. And honestly, 2016 was the last update that we have on this case. Both investigators and Asha's family both agree that Asha did leave on her own accord that morning. They believe that the noise O'Brien heard in the middle of the night was actually Asha quietly trying to pack her things and leave. However, it is still unclear if she left to meet somebody or if she just left on her own. In Asha's class during the time of her disappearance, they were reading a book called The Whipping Boy. The plot of this book revolves around a young prince who cannot be punished, so he has what they call a whipping boy who takes off his punishments and whips for the prince. So the prince misbehaves a whole bunch, and they have a whipping boy who takes all his punishments for him. Well, after a while, the little prince and the little boy decide they're going to run away together. So the book kind of centers around their kind of adventures and their time of running away. Investigators believe that this book could have gave Asha the idea of running away and having her own adventures. Asha's family, however, does not agree with the fact that Asha ran away on her own. Asha was known for being very shy, quiet, and extremely afraid of storms in the dark. It does not make sense to them that she would have chose such a rainy, stormy, dark night, especially since the power had went out, so the street lights would have been out. It just doesn't make sense for them that she would run away on this night without having the plan to meet up with somebody. Asha's mother and father believe that to this day, Asha is still alive and out there somewhere. They believe that she may be held against her will, or maybe she ran away with somebody who's keeping her identity concealed. Police, however, believe that Asha left her home on her own accord with the plan of running away, and somehow along that night she was met with foul play. However, they do both agree that a 9-year-old child could not have left without a trace. They both believe that she is out there somewhere. As of today, Asha's case is still open and unsolved after 20 years of her disappearance. There is still a $45,000 reward for any tips that may lead to her being found. If you have any information on Asha Degree's case, please call 704-672-6100 or contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. If you would like any more information regarding Asha Degree's case, you can visit charlieproject.org or missingkids.org. All right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed the case today. I actually am really interested if you guys would comment below what you guys think happened to Asha, if you guys have any thoughts or theories of your own. If you would, like, subscribe, and share. Keep my channel going. Until next time, see ya! Bye!